Good morning. My name is Kudra Aklamapra. I'm a student of Diplomatic English Department, Ganesha University of Education. Now, I am practicing to explain about Galungan and Kuningan. Okay, let's start. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Bali. On this occasion, I will explain about Galungan and Kuningan celebration. Hindus in Bali celebrate Galungan every 210 days using the Balinese calendar calculation. Galungan is a form of warning that Dewa Indra's victory against Mayadinawa is symbolized as a victory of good against evil, commemorated as Galungan Feast Day. This is where the history of the school has been passed down from generation to generation today. During the celebration, there is also a tradition of memenjor or making penjor. Penjor is a long curved bamboo decorated with coconut leaves or janur. Penjor use curved bamboo that symbolize that highest mountain where Stana Dewa is. Decorated by produce or agriculture to remind us that the produce is from God and in its entirety means to thank Idosa Yang Widiwasa for all the prosperity that has been bestowed. A number of days around Galungan and Kuningan they have special names and are marked by the organization of particular activities. Galungan begins on the Wednesday of Dumulan, the 11th week of the 210-day Paukon calendar. This means that there are often two celebrations each year, or each approximately 6 months apart. All schools across Bali are closed for 2 weeks for the holiday. Here are some of the Galungan holiday celebration. Okay, the first 3 days before. The name is Penyekuban or cooking of bananas for offerings. Families begin their preparation for Galungan. Penyekuban means the day to cover up, as this is the day when green bananas are covered up in huge clay pots to speed their ripening. Okay, next, 2 days before. The name is Penyajaan or making of jaju for offerings. Marks a time of introspection for Balinese and a time to make the Balinese rice cakes known as jaju. This color cake made of red rice though are used in offerings and eaten on Galungan. This day of service philosophical to establish themselves to celebrate Galungan. Okay, next. One day before. The name is Penampahan. Sacrificing of pigs or chicken for feast the day before Galungan. Pigs and chicken are blessed and ceremonially slaughtered to make food for Galungan including lawar, a can of spicy salad and satay. Slaughter this pig or chicken also contains the symbolic meaning of killing all the lust of bestiality that exists in the human self. Okay, next, Galungan Day or praying at the temple. This is the climax of Galungan. The Balinese put on their finest traditional clothes. In the morning, the people have begun the ceremony for this Galungan, starting from the worship in each house to the temple around the neighborhood. The traditional that we often encounter in Galungan is the traditions of pulang kampung. People from other regions, such as overseas, will take time to pray to their respective birthplaces. Okay, next, one day after. The name is Manis Galungan. This day is dedicated to spending time with family and visiting the extended family who may live in the other part of Bali. The roads are busy as many people are traveling and visiting sites together. Okay, next, the last 11 days after. The name is Manis Kuningan. Kuningan holiday is celebrated by an instant calling Tamyang, Kolam, and Endong. Tamyang is a symbol of the weapon of Vishnu because it resembles the chakra. Kolam is the symbol of the weapon of the Mahadeva, while the endong is a symbol of the supply bags used by the gods and our ancestors when fighting against Adharma. The uniqueness of Kuningan holiday in addition to the use of yellow color is that the worship must be completed before 12 noon because the offerings and worship after 12 p.m. will only be received Buto and Kalo because the gods have or return to Kayangan or the place of the gods. If you are visiting Bali during this incredible time, you will be able to see a lot of beautiful ceremonies and feel the spirit of the holiday. Be sure to ask your Balinese friend about how you might be able to join in the public temples and be a part of the celebration. You won't be able to miss it with all the beautiful vendor offerings hanging on the streets and all the music and celebration. That's from my explanation of the feast of Galungan and Kuningan. Thank you.